Welcome to today's YouTube video. I'm actually excited. As I keep telling you guys every time I do a YouTube video, I like the long form content. I can kind of relax. I don't have to think so much about a script like on Instagram Reels and everything like that. And it's more of a connection, instead of talking to so many people, I feel like I'm just talking to one person and the camera, and it's a lot easier for me and more enjoyable. But as you can tell by the title of today's video, I want to talk about my opinion on college, on university. If you guys didn't know, I'm 20 years old. I'm going to turn 21 on February 17th, so about a month from when I'm making this video. But my point is, I am a business owner, as you guys know. But if you didn't know, I'm also a college student. And in addition to that, I'm on the college soccer team. And obviously, we'll get into everything of what I do, why I'm in college, everything like that. But yeah, I'm 20. I've got my own business. I'm in college. I'm in my second semester of my junior year. So after this current semester, I'll only have two more semesters, my last year of college, and then I'll graduate, which I cannot wait for. It's going to be a great time. Going to have a lot more time on my hands to focus on the business, make more content. Won't have homework, classes, all of that. This semester, to be specific, is annoying. I had my schedule all set, and even through the first week of getting back into school for this semester, I was like, this is pretty good. But I figured out yesterday that I need to be taking a class that I'm currently not taking. And so I had to add that onto my schedule. It's going to make things a little bit more complicated, but you just got to keep living, right? So we'll keep going. But I don't know where to start. Obviously, as you can tell, I have a couple little bullet points that I want to talk about. But in terms of starting, I'm a college student. I'm on the soccer team. I'm a junior, almost done, almost graduated. And I've had some amazing experiences. And I've also had some annoying, stressful experiences times all of that. So honestly, why don't we just get straight into it? These are a couple of my opinions on college. And the first one is the social aspect. This is a more positive one, right? In terms of my experience in college, it has been amazing in terms of the social aspect. Currently, I'm living in a house with 4 other roommates. 2 of them are on the soccer team with me, right? And so it's a ball. It's a party, man, all the time. We have a great house. It's 2 minutes away from campus. The social aspect is the best part of college, in my opinion, and I bet a lot of other people would agree with that. In class, I mean, it's fun, but everything other than class about college is great. All of these kids your age are coming to one place. My case, it's a little bit different. My school is tiny. It's literally like 1,200 kids in the whole college. You know what I mean? And I'm right next to the U out here in Utah, right? And so that is totally different. They have a huge campus, a huge population of students. But my point is, everybody from all places around the world, I see New Hampshire a lot. I see Maine. I see Oregon, Washington, California, New York. So many different people coming into one spot and just having a good time, And so the social aspect is definitely the best part about college. That is my favorite part. But despite classes, you're really just hanging out with people your age and having fun, and then having to throw in some classes and homework in the meantime where you can fit it, you know what I mean? But that is definitely my number one. Hence, it is the number one bullet point on this list. The social aspect, top tier, my favorite part about college. 2, as you can see, waste of money. And the reason I say this is I'm trying to talk to the people who are currently doing it or have done or gone through college, not knowing what they want to do. There is no point in going to college, spending all of this money, most likely going into debt if you don't know what you want to do. It's just a waste of money. And I am an example of that. Going into college, I had no idea what I was going to do, what I wanted to study, or what I wanted to do with a specific degree. But both of my parents, they graduated college, bachelor degrees. And so I felt like I was just obligated to do it, and I had no problem with it, right? And of course, they helped me pay for it. It's they're a blessing. I couldn't have done it without them. A lot of things without them, obviously, but specifically college here. If you do not know what you want to do, it is a total waste of money. I talk about it with my friends all the time. College would be amazing if they didn't have you do electives. Things that is just getting in the way. I hate elective classes. Because if you know what you want to do, you want to learn more about it, you go to college for it, electives are so annoying. If I knew exactly what I wanted to do going into my freshman year of college, it would be amazing. And you could actually finish college faster. You wouldn't need 4 years to get a degree. If you took out all of those electives, all of those unnecessary classes, it would be so much faster to graduate. But again, if you know exactly what you want to do, college is great, especially if you find the right college and you find the right classes and professors that you like. It can be a great time and super beneficial. But again, I think is a total waste of money if you don't know what you're doing, but you're like, oh, maybe I'll just go to college and spend all this money and maybe I'll figure out what I like. Why not take a gap year after high school, or maybe even 2, figure out what you like, go job to job, figure out what you like again, and then go to college after being like, okay, this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I like. This is what I want to know more about. So I'm going to go to college for it. The other thing, kind of a pivot on this same topic, is I think college could be a waste of money if you know what you want to do. It's kind of like a trade, right? If you know what you want to do, but you can get the information from somewhere else. Don't go to college if you want information and just to get a degree. You can most likely get that information from other sources. You don't need to go to college, spend all this money. You can make less investments or other places rather, and get that information. Save yourself some money, save yourself a ton of time. But I mean, I guess if you do it that way, then you don't get the social aspect, right? But again, you got to know what you want to be doing going into college. And I'm not expecting the people watching this video today to be my age or younger, thinking about college. That's not who I'm trying to speak to right now. I just want to speak to a little bit of the older generation, because that's the demographic of my current clients for my work. But my point is, I just want you guys to know a little bit about me and more about my opinions, and we can share our thoughts on that. But that was just a little bit of a thing I wanted to throw in. Social aspect, a little bit of a waste of money. Let me know what you guys think of that one. Again, I don't think college is a total waste. I'm obviously here in college, but I'm saying if you do not know what you want to do, don't waste all this money. Figure it out first. Number 3, networking. I don't have a whole lot to say on this, but I think it's an important thing to talk about. Like I said, there's tons of students and kids, primarily younger in the early 20s, coming together from all parts of the country and the world to one spot. And you can network so easily, especially at my school. I feel like everybody kind of knows everybody. Even if you've never talked to them before, you know who that person sitting across from you in class or in the lunchroom is, because our school is so small. So it's not going to go with every other college in the country or in the world. But networking, professors know another professor at another college, maybe that you want to get information from that your current professor doesn't know, right? Or I was sitting in class the other day, one of my friends in that class was speaking to one of our very young professors, and she was explaining what she used to do for work or a job she applied for that she got but didn't take. And she was talking to him about applying for that same job, because he was explaining what he's passionate about, what he wants to go into, what he wants to do for work after college. And she was going to give him those connections. That networking aspect, I think college is amazing for that, because it's so dense in population of all types of people, all types of ages. demographics, backgrounds. You can learn so much about other people. And it kind of just helps you grow as a person. But again, I don't have too much to say about this. I don't have too much experience in terms of networking and getting connections. I was thinking about it before I even did this video, and writing networking is that, again, my personal situation, I haven't got that many connections from college in general, like a lot of other people have, and that I've seen. Where I'm getting my connections from is from my clients. Like, I am meeting so many interesting people coming from all these different backgrounds, and careers and professions. And it's amazing to see. And I've got some amazing connections right now just because I was able to coach them and they were able to offer me other things that they used to do that they would love to give me information about. So again, that's a little bit of a side pivot too, not really relating to college, but that's kind of how I've been networking, as well as, of course, social media and things like that. But college is such a good place to network. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not going to drop out. I'm so close, I might as well just finish it, right? But of course, there have been some thoughts when the business gets during those high months, right? And I'm doing amazing and everything is going well. Of course, I'm like, man, if I were to just drop out, I could do this on 10 times the level, 10 times the scale, have so much more time, but I'm not going to drop out. I'm going to finish it. And then we just go straight pedal to the metal after college, right? But I don't even know where I was going with that. But okay, I actually took a minute just to figure it out. But what I was explaining is that sometimes when I'm like, oh, I'm going to drop out, or I have thoughts of that, sometimes I don't even think about college for my own personal experience. I don't think about college as a place to necessarily learn things that I want to know or don't already know to help my business. That's kind of how I like to think of it. I think more about college for me personally as a networking source, right? To get more clients or to reach more people in some type of way to help me and my business endeavors. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, the degree that I'm going to get, it's in marketing, right? And I'm learning some good stuff about social media and kind of how to market my business that way. But I'm not in college to necessarily help my business. All the information that I've gotten, how to train my clients that I do, is from my own personal experience. School has taught me nothing in that regard. So again, of course, some thoughts of dropping out because it's not helping my business directly. I've had those, but then I remind myself that it's a great place to network. I can talk to so many different people, build insane connections, or have the potential to do so. And that's one of the main reasons that I'm still in college. Before we get to the next one, I'll keep talking a little bit more about while I'm in college. Because I play soccer. I already told you guys that soccer was my first love of my life, right? I've been playing since I was 5 years old, 2010. And now I'm continuing to play at the collegiate level, which is amazing. You know, I have a business, I'm in school, I'm still playing soccer, my sport, and I'm still making sure that I'm making time for my friends and my family and everybody, right? So soccer is probably the largest reason that I'm still in school. I'll be honest with you guys. If I wasn't playing soccer, I would have never came to the college that I'm attending right now. And I don't know how it would have ended up, but maybe I wouldn't have gone to college at all. I don't know. When I started my business, it was a year after my freshman year. So I was in my sophomore year of college. So coming into school, I didn't have my business to rely on. I was going into school again thinking, I don't know what I want to do. But my sophomore year, I started my business and I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm probably not even going to use my degree, but I'm going to stay in school because of soccer. That was my mentality last year. Now this year, a year later, I'm saying the same thing. I'm staying in school because of soccer, but also, again, to build connections for my business and to learn more about the marketing side. Obviously, I'm going to be a marketing degree and a marketing major. So a lot of things and a lot of things you guys are probably learning about my mentality and my opinion about college and university, but it's fun to talk about. I never really talk about things like this in my life. So it's good stuff. Networking. Let me know what you think about that, your thoughts about networking, and again, how all these people from around the world just come to one spot and be together, and you can build some connections. Fourth here, it's kind of basically what I've been saying this whole time. It's kind of unnecessary if you don't know what you're doing. Don't waste all your money. It's unnecessary if you know what you want to do, but you can get the information from somewhere else. YouTube is a crazy, crazy free source. But another example I have of why college could be unnecessary is my specific situation. I know all of the stuff I know about health and fitness from my own personal experience. I have 6+ years of experience, and it'll just continue to grow. Obviously, I'm never stopping. But with that, two of my mentors, I've had 2 mentors in my life. My mentors have taught me the business side of running my health and fitness business, right? I know the information of how to train a client, but I didn't know the information of how to set up my Instagram for my business, to get clients, client acquisition, how to treat inbound leads, how to build my systems for my business, everything like that. I didn't know that stuff. School wasn't going to teach me that, how to specifically set up my business for my health and fitness business. No way, right? And so I've invested into mentors. And again, if you want information that school is probably not going to teach you, or you can find it for a more affordable price and more direct from a mentor or something like that, from a partner, I think that is so much smarter. But again, the only way that works is if you know what you're doing. You know what you're passionate about. You know what you want to pursue in your life. And so, like I said, this was fun. There was probably some other bullet points that I could have talked about regarding my opinions on college, but I wanted to just focus on these and then kind of explain a ton and blabber on about some of my thoughts in the moment, not really planning a whole script. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear in the comments. Make sure you guys are watching my or tuning into my Instagram content as well, right? That is where I am most active. I'm posting at least 2 times per day on that, right? So I've got some great information there. I'm very consistent on that. But YouTube, if you're not subscribing, make sure to subscribe and follow. I'm going to be pumping out some more, at least, at the very least, a video every 2 weeks. But I want to get to the point where it's a video every week. It's just right now the semester is getting busy, or is busy in the very first couple weeks. And then once I understand my routine a little bit better, I'll have more time to find and allocate to YouTube content, long form. But yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say about my opinions on college. I think it's great. Obviously, I'm in it, but there are also some bad things about it, or negative, depending on the person, right? As you guys have probably acknowledged by now. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you agree with, what you don't agree with, any other little topics or points you want to talk about regarding your opinions on college. And make sure you guys to tune in next video. I don't know what it's going to be on about yet. I've got a couple of ideas, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.